Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to a new edition of Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. And to my far right, I got my main man, KJ, former
Right.
Clemson cornerback from 99 to 2002. And today's special guest, we got a former Bamberg Earhart Raider in the house. This guy went on and played at Allen University and transferred to Clark, Atlanta. Just finished up with the Unity Bowl. Y'all help me give it up for
Mr.
Mr.
Playmaker.
Dahlil. Wilkins. What's going on, Dahlil?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Appreciate y'all for having me.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for coming on the show. For everybody that don't know you, let them know where you from, a little bit about your background.
My name Dahlil Wilkins, as you know, but I'm from Philly, originally from Philly, South Philly to be exact.
All right.
Shit's legit. I've been playing football, man. That's anybody that know me, that they'll tell you that that's all I've been doing. Like that's all I ever wanted to do. That's been my passion since I was little.
Okay.
So, man. All right. So, what age you start playing sports, and what sport was your first love growing
I
up in
started
South Carolina?
playing football when I was 3, and football was my first love.
That's good, man.
All
So
right.
when you started playing, who was the person that caught your eye that made you want to play football? Was it a family member, a friend, or was it a professional athlete?
It was a family member, my older brother. From my earliest memory, that's all I remember. I used to watch my brother play. He used to play running back, and he used to just run up and down the field like he was going crazy. And that's all I used to see, like from my earliest memory to like when I first started playing. And my mom and my dad always told me like when I was younger, that's all I had in my hand was a football. So when I first was able to walk, they put me in football, and the rest been history.
Okay, man. Hey, you play on any travel leagues growing up?
No, I played when I first started out when I was in Philly. I played for a little league team called the New Sigma Sharks. I was playing for them for since I started from 3 years old to probably about I say 7. But that was Pop Warner, so we did travel a little bit, but not too much.
Okay.
All right. So talk about the area in Philly growing up. How was it, if you can remember?
When I was younger, the area I grew up in, it was cool. It was like you could be outside, like, and me and my brother and the people I was with, we all did the same thing. We was in football and we'd get out of school, and I remember like it was yesterday. Practice was always at 3:45, so we'll get out and we'll go to practice. And where we'll practice at, it's like a recreational park. So it's like the football field, it's a basketball court, it's a park. So it's like that was the hangout spot for real. If we wasn't on our block where we grew up at, we was always at the park. It was called Choose. We was always there.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Hey, let's talk about your first year in high school. Did you play right away, and what position you
No,
started out with?
my fault to cut you off, but when my ninth grade year, I didn't even play. It was a mishap that happened when I was young and dumb and not being paying attention to my surroundings. So my ninth grade year, I didn't play. I started out at Calhoun County. That's where I started out at. So my ninth grade year, I was just strictly basketball. Like I was playing basketball that whole year. And then when 10th grade year came around, that was my first year. And my first year at Calhoun, I played running back and safety, and I started that my first year.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right. So what was the difference between Bamberg and Calhoun County? What did you learn about that?
I started out at Calhoun first. So when I got to Bamberg, I seen early because my first day before I even started school, because I transferred, I had to wait like 2 weeks to actually start school. So in the meantime of that, I would be going to the school and going to the weight room and stuff with Coach Crosby and Coach Trapp. And I remember the first day he took me in there, I was in the weight room and he was telling me like all our guys they live before school, and at the time that was new to me. So when he was like they live before school, I knew right then and there that it was different. So he kept talking, and then he was like we from the 51st state, we from the show me state. And I ain't know what it meant at first, but as time went on and they kept saying, I understood what they meant. But that was what I really seen that was different in Bamberg and a lot of schools, because I've been around a lot of schools. But the difference in Bamberg is that weight room. That's the difference.
Wow, man, cool. Hey,
Shout
so
out.
I mean, Oh, okay, go ahead, man.
I was shout out to Relique Wilkins. He said 100. Go ahead, KJ.
All right. So like I know you said you played running back and you played safety. Which one you enjoy the most? You know, which side you would rather be on?
Uh, in high school, in
Yeah,
high
in
school,
high school, yeah.
all right, in high school, I'd rather play running back. I ain't gonna lie, cause it was like it was too easy. Like I was able to run people over. Dudes wasn't really tackling me easy, so it was
Yeah.
like I had like running back in high school.
Okay, yeah. Good stuff.
Right. So the hood counselor says, nephew.
All
Shout
right.
out to everybody that's tuning in.
That's
Make sure
right.
you subscribe to the channel. He said, Dahlil Wilkins said, running back at heart.
Yeah, everybody, all people that know me in ball, they know I'm a running back at heart for real.
Yeah.
All right,
You
cool.
look
Yeah.
like one. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
So, you playing running back. You came from this program, Bamberg Earhart. It says the 51st state. That's a motto after Coach Trav Wilson. Talk about him a little bit as a coach. He came on the show maybe
Yeah,
a month
man.
ago. Talk about his influence on you at Bamberg Earhart.
Man, Coach Trap, man. Coach Trap would tell you, man, when I first got there, that's another thing they told me. They told me, like, all our football guys, they run track. And I'm like, run track? I'm like, what? So I had started out running track. And the warm-ups for track practice used to be crazy. I don't know if you ever been to Bamberg, but the warm-ups for track practice is basically like running around the whole campus, basically. So I'd be doing it. And he'd be like, when you get to college, that's gonna be the because in high school, I break a lot of runs, but I always get caught. So he was like, that's why you getting caught. You go to the next level, you're gonna be getting caught, you're gonna be getting hawked down. So he used to always push me when I was there, along with all the other coaches. Like my first year, that coaching staff really, they like outside of people like my brother and certain other people I look up to, that coaching staff, my first year at Bamberg, that's really what turned me into who I am. Cause I played safety at Calhoun, but that was just because they threw me there. When I got to Bamberg is when my first DB coach, Coach Blue, he really taught me how to be a DB. And being around guys like AJ Williams and Gerald Manigault, that I wasn't around dudes like that when I first started out in Calhoun. So being around dudes like that, it just made me go up a little bit in my game.
For sure, man. They were like father figures in your life.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
oh yeah.
Coach Trap, I remember Coach Trap, he definitely played that role for me. He used to come to my house, give me stuff like on Christmas, Thanksgiving, anytime I asked for help, they definitely was there for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's up, man. That's my mental. So your mom, she just tuned in. She said, that's my son. I'm his numero uno.
All right, mom. What's up, mama?
Yeah, shout out my mom.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe, mom, and don't forget to purchase that merch. Shop
appreciate
Shop 27. We appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
So Dahlil, talk about AJ. Y'all played in the backfield together at Bamberg. He was the quarterback, you was the running back. He came on the show previously too. Both of you guys end up transitioning in college to DB. Talk about your years playing with him in the backfield and how he impacted you back there.
Man, that's my guy, man. I tell people all the time, I ain't look at football the way I do now until I got around AJ. Cause when I first got to Bamberg, they was big on it. They big on the weight room. They big on watching film. So we would be leaving practice, and I'm not sure exactly what time, but I know it's late. And they want to watch film and they want to do extra. Like me and AJ was just joking about this the other day. When we used to be in the weight room, he'll lie and make it seem like we missed a rep when really we didn't, but just to get us to do another rep. So it was like being around AJ, like that really temped my game up too, because that got me in film more. It got me. I remember when he first went this after high school, but when he first went to weight, he got this workout bag. It was like a ladder, it was bands and everything. And he used it one time and just gave it to me. It was like, use it. And I'm like, bet. And it was just like, after that, it just took my game up. And playing on the field with him, it's just like looking in the mirror, because it's like I never had to look back and be like, if AJ gonna have his job? Even with the other DBs, Bobo, Jadarius, everybody that we played with, it was like I knew they was going to be on their job. So that just helped me play better. Like I didn't have, like my first year at Bamberg, I had 7 interceptions. I never even had one when I was
Oh,
at Calhoun. So it was like being around them just turned my game up for real.
yeah, nice, man. All right. So playing football in high school, who was the competition in the area?
I ain't gonna lie, man. What no competition when I was at Bamberg. We ran through everybody. We went to
Oh
my
no
first
competition.
my first year. We was undefeated. And you know when you're undefeated, you always had that one game. We had one loss that first year, and that was the Scotch Branch. But we ended up going to state. We lost to Abbeville 10-7. Then
Okay.
my senior year, it wasn't no comp. Nobody was messing with it. We was beating everybody. Only and that's I lie. I say Barnwell, they beat us, but we don't get into that.
Okay. Another
We got
show. All right.
we got Granny on. She said, "Go, Dahlil. That's my grandson."
All right.
Shout
All
out
right.
my grandma.
Most definitely. What's up,
I'm
grandma?
it says Paul. I don't know. It might be granddad. My bad. But
Mm.
okay. So you come from a lineage of great players out of Bamberg Earhart. You got a lot of Clemson players like Ricky Sapp, DeQuan Bowers. Talk about the impact they made on your school coming from Clemson and going back and revisiting you guys.
They set the foundation. Honestly, I never got to really meet a lot of them. The closest one I met was Coach Crosby's son, KC. Like that's my guy. He gave me the game a lot, and he let me know like playing here is like it's an expectation. But for as far as Daquan Bauer, they definitely set the expectation for guys like me and the rest of us that's coming up through Bamberg. And because it's a sign up there, and if I don't know if I'm quoting it right, but it say through these doors walks Bamberg's finest. So I know people like them, they the reason that they got signs like that. So when I got there and after the first couple meetings with them, it's like, all right, that's what I like. I'm a dog anyway. So it's like when you put me around other dogs, I'm just gonna prevail.
Oh yeah, man. I feel you.
All
Yeah.
right.
So all right. So I mean, I know you say you played football and you did track in high school. Did you play basketball as well or any
Yeah,
other?
I played basketball at I mean, I started out at CC. I played there under Zam and Dooley. They the goats in basketball around here. So I played for them. I ain't played varsity. I played JV when I was at CC. Then when I got to Bamberg, I played a couple games, but then I ain't really like how it was going. So I just knew that at that time that basketball wasn't for me.
Well, there. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. So, going into your senior year, when did you know that either running back or defensive back was going to be your position? I mean, talk
I
about
knew
that.
I knew after my junior year because most of all the schools that was coming to me, they was coming to me for DB because they like how I hit, they like how I play defense because I don't shy
Yeah,
away from
aggressive.
contact or nothing like that.
Mhm.
So I already knew I was hoping that a school came for running back, but I wasn't gonna make it a big deal because it was like by my senior year, I already got comfortable being a DB. So if that's whatever school I went to, if that's what they wanted me to play, I was cool with it anyway.
Okay.
All right. So, your mom said for sure, y'all giving my baby a platform. I definitely appreciate the love. No
Yeah,
problem,
yeah,
Mom.
yeah, no
We gonna
problem.
keep looking out for the kids in our area and across the
That's
nation.
right. That's right. That's making an impact.
Paul SCYN said my daughter is his number one supporter, and then somebody else chimed in. Uh,
Shout
oh,
out my pop, shout out my cousin. There's all fam in there.
yeah, says go Dahlil. That's my cousin, 33. Yes, sir.
All
So
right.
you got a lot of family supporters. That's a good sign.
For sure,
Um,
definitely.
so in high school, I know they had the Shrine Bowl. They also had the North South game. Did you participate in any of those?
No, only bowl I played in coming out of high school was the Border Bowl.
Okay, talk about
Yeah.
that. What does that consist of?
The
That's a new.
border the
I,
Border Bowl is a charity game for the McDonald House, I believe. And it's a game of South Carolina versus Georgia.
okay, that's different.
Yeah, so we played in that. Me and AJ played in that. Me, AJ, Keyshawn, I think, yeah, and an alignment from our team, Brian. We all played in that.
All right.
Mhm.
Talk about that
Oh,
experience a little bit. What position did you play in the bowl game? Running back and DB, or just one position?
No, I just played DB in that game, but it was cool. That was my first time like cause like coming up, like you said, I ain't never played travel ball and like the 7-on-7 stuff. That kind of I was kind of like a year late of that, so I ain't never really came playing with other people from other teams and stuff. So doing that, it was cool. And then the way the coaches treated me, it felt like I was the best of the best. So it was definitely a good experience. The game was good. We ended up winning. We won. We beat Georgia. I think South Carolina lead that series from the Georgia and South Carolina game too.
Okay.
All
That's
right, man. All right. Talk about the recruiting process and coming out of high school. What schools was looking at you at that time?
Uh, the recruiting process was stressful, man, because in my earlier years, like I said, I was young, and when I was at Calhoun, I wasn't around dudes like AJ or Coach Trap or Coach Crosby to let me like tell me like, listen, man, these are important years. So I had the 1 year where I was being rebellious and stuff, and it kind of caught up to me. But when I
Mm-hmm.
got the Bamberg is when I tightened up and I was cool and everything like that. So the first school that came to me was Limestone, and that was by way of Keyshawn Brown, my teammate. They wanted him, and I just was there. So like they came and got me, and
Right
the
place at the
DB.
right time.
Yeah, I was right place, right time.
Mm-hmm.
My teammate, he was taking too long to come to the gym at the time, and I think it was Coach Trap. Coach Trap, like that's our starting running back right there. So they talked to me. I got the DB number, and I still talk to the DB coach from Limestone that recruited me because that's probably one of the realest coaches I met my time in college, Coach Burnett. I built the relationship with him, and they had me down there like 3 weekends back to back. Like I went down there on a visit. Me, my mom, my brother, my sister. We went down there. Then they told me like we want you to come back another weekend. I went back another weekend for a game. Then the third weekend I went. That's when I did my official visit. I did the pictures and all that. And I've been down there and I was expressing my frustration with the DB coach. I'm like, bro, I've been down there 3 weekends back to back. I ain't got no offer. Like I ain't really saying nothing. So like a day after having that conversation with him, I'm in class, and luckily it's a easy class. So I get a call, and it's for FaceTime, and I don't know who it is. And at the time, it was the head coach for Limestone, and he offered me on the phone or whatever like that. And after that, that was my first offer. I thought it was gonna be more, but I ain't get no more offers after that. And well, I ain't get no offers, but we had a game where, and at the time, Keyshawn and AJ was committed to Middle Tennessee, and the Middle Tennessee scouts came and was like, watch AJ and them. And at the game we had, I went crazy. I had like 4 touchdowns, a pick. I went crazy. So
Oh,
after the
really?
game, the coach he kept it real. He like, listen, man, we already got 2 guys from your team with offers, and they committed here. So we gonna refer you to a JUCO, Hutchinson, and if you go there and you stay down, we gonna come back and get you. And at the time, I'm being impatient and not thinking that they legit. Like they was for real. Like the next week, they came down there. They flew back down to Bamberg. They came down there with a coach. He like got my measurements and stuff. He letting me know like Alvin Kamara came here. He did what he had to do. You see what he turned into be. Cordell
Mm-hmm.
Patterson. So I'm like, bad, like cool. So when I went down there, that was the only looks I had. Limestone and the Middle Tennessee Hutchinson connection. That was the only looks I had really.
Okay.
all right. So who was the recruiting coach that was looking for you? Remember his name?
Uh, I know he was a linebackers coach. I can't remember his name though.
Okay. I got a comment from Mom Duke. She said since he was 3 years old, football was his life. He woke up at 7 a.m. and watched Sports Center, squad box all early, football film, and could recite all stats and everything about his favorite player. So who was your favorite player growing up?
When I was growing up, Mike Vick and Terrell Owens was my favorite players.
Okay.
All right. Hey, so what was your reasons for going to Allen University?
When I My reasons for going to Allen University because I was literally because when I went to Hutch, I was there for rookie mini camp and then the start of fall camp. I had left because the year I graduated, they changed the rule for JUCO recruitment, and at first you could only have a certain amount of out-of-state recruits. And the year I graduated high school, they changed the rule to you could have however many you want. So when I went into rookie camp, it was a bunch of us. It was probably like 100 of us, like rookie, like freshmen. So we had a freshman camp, and they said you gotta make it to at least group 1, 2, or 3 by the end of this rookie camp. By the end of the rookie camp, I made it to group 1, and then after that they put the whole team together, and it was like during practice I was only doing D Indy, and that was it. I was on the sideline the whole time, so it's like I understand I wasn't gonna play, but it's like I ain't even being able to show you what I can do. So
Yeah.
I started calling home, asking, like talk to my coaches, and I think I talked to my DB coach, Coach Blue, and I asked him like what you think I should do. He was like, just talk to your coaches and see what they say, like, and you can just go off of that. So I went and talked to the coach, and at the time the head coach at Hutch was Coach Rhodes, and I just told him like I feel like I could be doing more in practice, like showing you more, and he just was honest with me. He said you're a hell of a player. You got what it takes to make it to the next level, but you just don't fit the body type of the corner or the DBs that I want in my defensive system. And I can't lie, all the DBs that was in front of me was like they was averaging about 6'1" and a half. They was lanky and had length to them too. So it's like I had to accept that. So that same night, that same day, he told me that my mom booked my bus ticket and I was on the way home. I ain't had no plan or nothing. I was out of school for like 3 months, and my high school teammate Juan Cease, he was playing at Allen, and at the time Allen was a startup program. He was playing during the startup years. So he seen me at a gas station one day, and he like, you what, you home on break? And I'm like, no, like I'm not playing, like I'm not on the team right now. Like I withdrew from school and everything. He like, man, listen, if you still want to play, we need DBs bad, and it's a startup school, so like you gonna be able to get in. So I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, who the defensive coordinator? And he like, Coach Brown, Coach Tommy Brown. And I'm like, Coach Brown been wanting me to get with him for the longest. So I text Coach. He gave me Coach Brown number. I text Coach Brown. Coach Brown, he already knew what it was. He said, how fast can you get up here? I got up there probably within the next day or two, and Coach Keaton, Teddy Keaton, head coach, he looked at my film and he offered me, and the rest was history for Allen.
Oh man,
What's up, man?
good stuff.
I got some highlights of you in high school, man. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. Everybody that's watching, make sure y'all subscribe to our channel, man. We got the newest and youngest players coming in, draftees, college signing recruits, high school stars. Follow us on Spotify, Deezer, Facebook, and Instagram as well. All right. We don't own the rights to this video, and stay with us, Dahlil. Okay.
Yep.
Rip snap to number 33.
All right, that was a handoff from AJ, right?
And what's crazy about that play, it was the snap. Like if you look at it, the snap, like it wasn't even directly to AJ. It came directly to me. Like that wasn't even a play, I don't think.
Oh, the center messed up the snap.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah.
In disguise.
They went crazy over you though, man. For scoring.
Yeah, that was a big game. That was the year. That was the first year after Coach Crosby left us when he went to OW.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, that wasn't too long ago. Yeah. Yep. So go ahead, KJ.
Yeah. So talk about your first year, at Allen University. Did you play right away? You redshirted or what?
I played right away. I came in because, like I said, they was coming off of they started back up in 2018. They played the second season the year I graduated. Then the third season, that's when I came in. So when I came in, we was practicing, and I just came in making plays. Like I was because I felt like I gave up on myself when I was at Hutch. So I came in hungry, ready to take somebody's spot. I felt like I shied away from competition when I was at Hutch, and I felt like I wasn't patient enough. So when I came in at Allen, I ain't really cared that it was a startup program. I was just like, man, I'm about to just eat. Like whoever in front of me, I'm looking at them like they food. Like receiver, DB, any DB trying to go in front of me, like we ain't going for none of that. So when I went in, I look at them highlights to this day. Like when I went in, I was just making plays, flying around, and I was comfortable at DB, but I just ain't know what I was getting myself into being a DB in college.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
So
on
like,
another level.
and then as I'm getting real comfortable, that's when COVID happened. So the first year COVID happened, and that prolonged everything, and that was my whole first year, really my real first year.
All right. Paul SCYN says Dahlil is football. He eats and sleeps football.
Mm-hmm. Everybody that know me say that.
Yes. Somebody else called you. They put Bank Sheed. He said you a dog.
That's my pop.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got some clips at Allen University. This is the head coach right here. Were you a part of the championship team that year?
Allen University?
Yeah.
Which one?
They won a trophy on this.
Oh yeah. That's when that was our rival. Our rival.
So talk about that season, man. How many picks you had that season before I get
that season we won that trophy. I had 3 picks, but I had 22 pass breakups. I led all of football that year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and get into this video and see what you have to say. We don't own the rights to this clip. Everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We got Dahlil Wilkins from Bamberg Earhart, former Allen University and Clark Atlanta cornerback. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
How good it feel to be holding that trophy, man?
Feel real good.
Started from the bottom.
I'm proud of my young man. I'm proud of the people that done it. I just want to give it to my man. I want to give it to my man. This is who I want to give it to right here. You got it, Makes it an Allen on the side. Yeah.
Man, what was that about?
That's my guys that started this program with me. They played 4 years with me. They didn't get a chance to be there with Waters. This young group came along, and they've been doing what they needed to do. I'm proud of those young men, man. I'm proud of them. Man, this is a feel surreal moment. 7 wins to get the trophy back, and they ain't never had it in 40-some years. That's big, and I'm proud of my kids, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. He tell you I'm his daddy right now.
Hey, man, how it feel to see your son out there doing this thing, man?
Oh, man, it feels great, man. I'm super proud, man. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that can't be explained, man.
Now, did he get that from you? Who he get it from?
Yeah, he get it from me.
All right.
But I ain't got no arm like that.
Right.
That's him. That's all him.
All right.
No, you had 326.
Okay.
So 69% complete.
Kid, you've been a really good football coach all your career. For you to come and restart a program and it possibly continue your career, I believed in you. They said, what if you do? You're 46. What happened is you lose. You may never coach again. But guess what, gang? I guess they'll never know, baby.
And that was you with the Scully right there with the hair.
Yeah.
That was me.
That's what's up, man.
Talk about that victory right there, man.
Yeah.
That definitely was a program changing win right there. Cause from my understanding, like Coach said in that video, they ain't beat that school to get that trophy in like 40 years. And the year
Wow.
before that, we went down to Jacksonville and we lost a close game to them from to get that trophy. So this game we played them. That game we played them on our homecoming. We just dominated the whole game. I had to pick that game. Really had two, but they ain't count the other one. But we dominated that game the whole, like on all three sides of the ball. So that game we changed the program with that game.
All right.
Cool, man. Hey, so playing for Allen University, who was the competition in the conference?
Competition in the conference while I was at Allen was Benedict. They was while I was there, they really was running it. I ain't gonna lie. Even with us that year, we had our best record that year. They won back-to-back championships. That was really the only competition for real, for real. Like we had some losses, but I feel like them losses was losses that we gave ourselves. But as far as like just straight like beating us, I think Benedict was the only team that really just straight beat us like that.
Wow.
Cool. All right. So going into your next season, you end up transferring to Clark Atlanta. What sparked that?
My coach, right after that game, like a couple days after that game, he told us that he was accepting the job at Clark Atlanta and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he was and we already knew what it was. He ain't even had to say too much. I seen him after he told us that. I seen him the next day in the cab. I was giving him a little cold shoulder because I was like, dang, he ain't gonna say nothing to me. But as I'm giving him the cold shoulder, he like, I'm about to ask you if you want to come with me, and you acting like that. And I'm like, no, coach, it ain't like that. So I was already graduating, so I just decided. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. And then I honestly was gonna stay. But the new coach came in, and you know how that stuff go with the players from the previous coach and the new coach and all that. So I was just like, I just go with the guy that gave me the chance, and I've been rocking with since my first year.
There you
Sure,
go.
man.
Yep.
Hey, talk about wearing number 33. Why is it so special to you?
Man, it's a story behind that. Cause when I was at CC, the year after I couldn't play, my brother played at CC too. He had number 3. And at the time, anybody that's in Calhoun around that time, they'll tell you about that coach. But that coach, at the time, he just had something out for me. So when it came time for picking numbers, everybody knew that like I was like my brother had the number for I think like a year or two. So it's like everybody knew like I'm the next coming to get the number. So it's like I had the number. I literally had the jersey and stuff like that. So when I'm walking out from getting the jersey, and the coach like, no, you can't have that number. You only seniors can have it and stuff like that. And the senior that wanted the number, we cool. So he like, no, I give it to him, and it's his time. And he like, no, he can't have it. So my last name Wilkins. So on any alphabetical order, I'm always last on the roll call. So he looked down, and I was the 33rd person on whatever sheet he had. So he gave me 33, and on that team, the 33 jersey, it had looked like a skirt, like and at the time when I first got it, I hated the number. But as time, I remember my brother, like I was talking to my brother, like, bro, I hate the number. And he was just like, bro, like you just gotta embrace it, like you gotta make the number. And he was like, you gotta call yourself 3 times. And I was like, no, cause at the time we was listening to a rapper, Finesse 2 times, real heavy at the time. And he was like, you gotta make your name 3 times. He was like, watch how it go up. And it was like I changed my Instagram name to 3 times. It was like from that, like that's my name now. Like anybody that know me, they call me 33. They don't even call me my name. Like so, it's like it went from a number to really like that's me.
Oh man, that's cool.
So no.
Yeah, great story, man. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Baby Banks said OTF.
And
And Amir Wilkins says, hold your best game that day. You had your best game that day. And somebody else is commenting. He said, Bobby Banks said, congrats. Jacobs made 3. All right. And Mom Duke, she came back in. She said, let's not forget my other son, Dahlil, who also plays as a punter, but was really following my baby boy to make sure he stayed hungry in the book too. Shout out
Right,
my
man.
For sure.
That's right,
For
because you
sure.
can't play that, you know, if you don't take care of that.
For sure.
That's
Yeah,
extra.
my brother was definitely along the way. Every step we did every phase together for sure. If my brother was with me, I probably wouldn't have made it out of Allen.
So
Wow.
Malik said, "Who put you on finesse, Lil?"
Yeah, my brother definitely put me on him.
And he put laugh out loud. And then let's see. And we appreciate y'all tuning in for real.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
man. Appreciate the love.
gang for life. Mom Duke said that.
Yeah, that's the motto now.
Right.
33.
So
All
you
right.
leave the city of Columbia, you go to the big city of ATL. Talk about that transition and leaving with your coach.
It was getting into Clark was definitely a stressful. That was stressful because Clark is prestige and they only select a certain type of people. So getting in, I honestly ain't think I was gonna get in. I was in the transfer portal. I'm like, dang, if I don't get in, I'm gonna be stuck in the portal. But they finally accepted me and we had to be up there for camp. And once we got there, it was like it was a little bit shaky because Clark they ain't really been winning like that, and they didn't have the same story of getting a new coach, bringing new players in. So they was kind of treating us a little rough at first. That everything they was saying, oh, y'all better win, y'all better win, y'all better win. So, but it was fun though. Like once the season kicked off and we really started showing people what we was really about, it was definitely fun being in Atlanta. Like I ain't really much of a outside type of person, but during the games, it was definitely a lit environment.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
about it was definitely as advertised.
All
That's
right.
so cool. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, we got some clips, man. We got some highlights. Go ahead and get into that real quick from Clark Atlanta. Then we'll go back to some more questions. If
All right.
everybody's watching, we appreciate you tuning in and participating in our chat. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that notification button on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Spotify, Deezer, and Instagram. All right, we got Clark Atlanta and Unity Bowl participant Dahlil Wilkins. All right, former Allen University cornerback as well. We're gonna go ahead and get into this clip. We don't own the rights to it. Stay with us, Dahlil.
Yep.
All right, we back.
Playmaker on the red field.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah. So, playing DB on the college level, what covers you enjoy the most?
When I first came into college, cause I used to try to shy away from man. I used to be zone, but once I got under Coach Cole, Coach LC Cole, he basically forced me to get comfortable with being man. So now my answer would be man. Like I want to get up at the line, so you ain't got too much room to do
All
too
right,
much.
work
Now I put
with.
my
Hmm.
hands on you.
Yeah.
So I like man more.
All right, make them uncomfortable at the
Yeah.
line. All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, we got some more comments. Your brother said, "I'm proud of you." 100.
So,
Mom Duke said the other team kept their receivers away from Matt Headhunter. He took off the heads. My son, my baby.
all right.
Let's see what else we got there. Paul SCYN says there are a pair, the Amara 3 and Dahlil 33. All right. So Dahlil, let me ask you, who's the competition in the Clark Atlanta conference?
Well,
Yeah.
when we was at Clark, we ran through everybody. We only had a few losses. We only lost to Savannah State and Miles. We lost to Miles twice, but everybody else we beat everybody else. While I was at Clark, we just gave them their best season in school history. We went to the championship our first year over there. We ain't get the outcome we wanted, but it wasn't really no competition over there either.
Who y'all
Okay.
play in the championship?
We played Miles in the championship.
Okay. Okay.
Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Talk about getting your first interception at Clark Atlanta.
my
How,
first
how,
interception. My first interception at Clark. Which one? Oh, that was that game that won against Fort Valley, first game of the season, and that was my favorite one because we ain't beat Fort Valley not only at Clark but my whole time in college. Like at Allen, we ain't beat Fort
um,
Valley. We had a
okay.
scuffle with them. At
Mhm.
Clark, we ain't beat Fort Valley. So that first, and I never had a pick against them either. So that first pick I caught against them, I definitely had. That was my favorite. And then I ended up catching 2 picks that game.
Wow, man. Okay,
Yeah.
man. Felt it,
So,
man. Yeah.
so you balled out when you got to Clark. You made your coach proud. Um, Banks is saying in the chat, he's like, us in Philly appreciate y'all for having him on.
Oh,
We will
man.
definitely subscribe. We appreciate that, Banks.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, hey, we coming to Philly, man, soon. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. So the conference, y'all ended up second, went to the championship. After the season was over, you played in the Unity Bowl, right? Talk
hmm
about that a little bit.
The Uni Bowl that was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It was a week, I think, a weekend long event. But going there because like after the season, I don't know if I can speak for all football players, but I know me, like when I'm not in actual football, I just be feeling like I be lose. Like even if I'm working out, I just be feeling like I'm losing it. So from my time ending losing the championship to the time I had to go to the bowl, I was just like, man, I probably ain't even got it no more. But when I went down there, it's just like every time I get in the football setting, it's just like, all right, bet I still can do it. Cause when I went down there, I'm at the line with every receiver doing one-on-ones, and I'm locking them up. Like, so it's like, all right, bet I could do it. And they wasn't like no high major schools that was at the bowl game, but the receivers, like they was dudes that was big, 6'1", 6'2". I'm guarding them, and so it's like it just showed me that like at any level, whether it's at the college low level or bowl
Mhm.
game, like I know I can lock receivers up.
That's what's up, man. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, out of all your DB coaches, which one you think taught you the most? Was it the one that taught you to play man a little bit better, or was it, another DB coach? Like, talk about that.
I don't want to leave nobody out, but like all my coaches, like Coach Blue, Coach my DB coach when I was at Kansas, Coach Kraus, my defensive coordinator, Coach Cole, um, defensive coordinator, Coach Crosby, all of them taught me stuff. But the coach that I really learned something from and it really made a difference in my game was my DB coach the year before I went to Clark at Allen. His name Nitron Stork. I call him Coach Stark. But he definitely he was the coach that really got on me. Like if we was in practice and I ain't really want to hear him bugging me, I'd go to the other side and be corner over there. He'd come over there and nag me over there. Or he'll just make me do extra stuff, or he'll get in it with me and do it with me and stuff like that. I tell him all the time I appreciate him. He the DB coach at Syracuse now. So
Wow.
so that DB coach, like I learned a lot of stuff from all my other coaches throughout the years, but being with him, I ain't have all conference until I got with him. When I got with him is my first year getting all conference, my first year having more than 2 picks, because the year before I only had 2 picks. He came, I had 3 picks and 22 pass breakups. So him just being Sam with him coaching and how he coaching, it definitely made a difference.
Okay, man.
Cool.
So once college was over, what was your next move?
Once college was over and after that bowl game, I signed with an agent, and my hopes was to go pro, and still is to go pro. I recently just had an arena opportunity, went down there in out Kansas. I was out there literally recently, like just last week, was out there, and even being down there and in arena, like I never played arena, and I ain't like necessarily had no coaching to do it. But when I got out there on the field, it was like it's just football. Like, yeah, they got the dudes motioning off the ball and doing all that, and it's only 8 people, but I still can do it. It don't matter what level it is.
All right, cool.
Well, that's good to have that confidence working into that. So, who's your favorite NFL team? Just asking.
The Chiefs.
Okay.
All right.
And who's your favorite pro player right now?
My favorite Pat Money, man. Pat Mahomes.
Okay. All right.
Pat Mahomes.
All right. Cool, man.
What about your favorite pregame meal?
I honestly don't even like to eat before games.
Okay.
I can't even eat before games. When I was younger in Pop Warner, I had Cheerios before a game, and I got the wind knocked out of me. So ever since then, I ain't never eat before a game.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, what's your message for the youth, man?
Man, just keep going, man. No matter what, no matter when you feel like a door closed, man, just keep going. Like I'm still like my story's still going now, and I gotta still tell myself like, don't let stuff discourage you. Don't let stuff try to hinder your way of thinking about whatever you're doing. Like if you really passionate about something, just keep going. Like you put your heart in it, and good stuff will come out of it.
Oh, most definitely, man. Good stuff.
Any shout outs before we head out?
Shout out my mom, my brother, my pop, my other brother in Philly, all my folks in Philly, my grandma, my uncle, everybody in the chat. I appreciate everything that everybody do for me, and that's about it. And my coaches, man, Coach Track, Coach Crosby, Coach Keaton, Coach Cole, Coach Brown, for sure, Coach Brown, Coach Stewart, Coach Brown, Coach Stewart. If I'm missing anybody out, y'all know it's all love, but shout out to all y'all.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me and giving me a platform to tell my story.
Oh yeah, man.
No problem, man.
No problem, man. We like for you to bring some more, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely send a bunch of guys y'all way.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
I know your people in Philly like, man, how you gonna be a Pat Mahomes fan? And he saw what we did in the Super Bowl.
my brother Eagles fan. When we was when the Super Bowl was going on, we had our jerseys on. Everybody always asks me that how I'm a Chiefs fan when I'm from Philly, but all the haters out there, I've been a Chiefs fan since Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, Dwayne Bowe, Eric Berry, all of them. I've been a Chiefs fan since then.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That sums it up right there.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, for everybody that's watching, thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel. Actually, you can cop our merch. It's on Bonfire. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Deezer, and Instagram. All right. We just concluded the last show for the day. It's with Dahlil Wilkins, former Bamberg Earhart standout. Allen University and transfer to Clark Atlanta. Just finish up in the Unity
Yeah,
Bowl.
man.
I like to thank
Wilkins.
main man
Appreciate
KJ,
y'all.
former Clemson
Mhm.
cornerback from 99 to 2002, and also my guest tonight, Dahlil Wilkins. All right.
That's
Good
right,
luck
man.
in your future endeavors with the
Yeah.
Arena League, and we hope to see you soon and have you back on the show, okay, with some
Yeah.
more
For
highlights.
sure, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Keep
man, no
smiling.
problem,
Keep
man.
smiling.
We
Can't don't
appreciate
give
it.
up, man.
All right.
Bruh, everybody that's watching, peace. It's not how you
All
start, it's how you finish.
right. Right, man.